The uniqueness of this show is that it focuses on ideas that have not become entrepreneurial as yet. The grand prize for the inaugural season is a commitment to invest rupees 1 crore in the winning idea in form of equity stake in the company. Apart from the investment, we'll also be committed to hand-holding and mentoring the winning venture.
There are a lot of unique concepts in the market, but I think a very few of the unique concepts actually change the game. And Pulse has been one of the game changers in the category. The venture is all about the idea. As the tagline suggests, inspiring innovation. We want to encourage budding entrepreneurs to come up with innovative ideas, and we want to help them to put that into practice.
Well, we will invest in ideas or innovations that can be converted into businesses to attain profitability and operate on a long-term sustainable model. Passion and commitment of the entrepreneur is a must. Uniqueness, disruptability, and scalability of the idea, the novelty and the growth prospects are some of the other factors for consideration which we'll be looking in the entrepreneur.
First and foremost, you need to ensure that the product works. Anybody who's going to get into the business, they're not getting paid.
So zeroing upon the idea was sort of the key.
Venture is one platform which I think would help the budding entrepreneurs successfully achieve efficiency.
Pitch is a dialogue.
I think it's one of the best times to be an entrepreneur.
It's not we have to make it.
Find a pressing need, find a very good solution, leverage technology as much as possible, and bootstrap your business.
Well, so we have a solution for you. Just this little app, try a sentence, whatever.
People have ideas, but they don't know how to execute it. So that's the biggest problem.
Same is the case.
It's meant for students like us who have many ideas, who are just searching for opportunities.
I'm very happy to see that CNBC is supporting an initiative for new entrepreneurs. This is a new India. Let thousands of them bloom, and I wish them the best of luck.
Co-founders are the most important thing in any startup.
Do up the place a little bit, serve the food, make some money.
A small idea, for it to convert into a great plan for being an application at the venture, your research and your hard work will pull through in that application. So just make a great plan.
First, the venture, as I told you, is an initiative by TS Group and Network 18. As a reward, you will get a seed funding of 1 crore.
The venture is a great initiative for people who want to start a startup. They provide a platform where people can go and portray their ideas, their products.
And that is where we find the final winner or the final idea.
We train our students to become entrepreneurs, and we believe that our students shouldn't be job seekers. They should in fact not run after jobs, but actually they should create jobs for others.
First job of an entrepreneur is to sell hope, right? I think there's a lot of impetus and enabling happening in the ecosystem, and it's a great time to be an entrepreneur. Given the market scenarios also, if you start at these markets, I think it's a phenomenal time to be entrepreneur today.
When you get a platform like Venture, that is where you can try out your idea, know if it's going to work or not, or even get valuable feedback as to what you can improve to actually make it work.
This is one part. In terms of monetization, manner.
From co-founder Counterfeit IQ, we are based from Goa. Counterfeit IQ is an anti-counterfeit solution on mobile application on blockchain technology.
They're okay with the idea, and they just talk about the brand you think will be the biggest beneficiary for you.
And we are here to transforming the manufacturing mode of how the manufacturing industry will work for next 5 to 10 years. We are working.
I'm blown away with the kind of preparation these guys are putting into each pitch. You know, they have practiced their pitch, they've done a lot of homework, they've gotten advice from a lot of people. Almost all of them have done their homework on the jury also.
Can I pause you at that stage?
I think it's a great idea. I think the more people evangelize entrepreneurship, more people get involved in this, it'll only get better. I think in India, I have a strong belief personally and professionally that the entrepreneurs will solve the many of our problems that we face, and that we do look forward to a brighter future.
Hi, my name is Manish Paul. I'm from Gurgaon. I'm a CFA by profession. And right now I'm working on a mobile app, StepIt, which is a fitness app. In this, we're going to bring the fitness professionals, fitness enthusiasts, and fitness clubs together.
But if you go to a gym, so let's come to the market. We have a $84 billion of health club industry. So with the app, the gyms, they're going to make all the plans of their users.
So I think we have a very unique product right now, and we're going to do well.
We are creating.
Hi, I'm Raghav, co-founder at Nimble Labs. We're working out of Bangalore in the Bosch Accelerator, and we're building smart kitchen appliances that cook food for you, tailored to your taste.
My name is Saurabh, and I have a startup, Learn Venue, which is a technology-based startup that is, extracting important information from a textbook. It's a Silicon Valley grade technology.
Why should we enter ecosystem?
So I feel pretty confident that I will definitely get selected in the next round.
My name is Kaustubh. I'm from Hyderabad. So what we do is we make air-conditioned helmets for people like you and people like me and people who work also in the industry wearing the helmets. So air-conditioned helmets with cool air or hot air. If you live in Bangalore, you need hot air. If you live in Chennai, you require cool air.
What are the payment solution available in the market?
Good ideas where there is a significant IPR and support to bring them to life are two important things, and that is what is happening here.
Just keep it at a random parking.
So a lot of people in India do not have access to a vehicle, and we are giving them a green way of commuting at a fraction of a cost of owning a vehicle. So I think it's going to be a slam dunk.
First thing, I'm giving you this facility that you can have your...
If you look at Pulse as a brand by itself, it's created several new benchmarks. It came into a stayed-old market which was called the candy market. It identified a new segment. It went after a different price point, which was a more premium price point. What did it use? It went back to India's basic, which is chatkare wala taste, and it used that to create a new category. I think if you take that parallel, most of these entrepreneurs have to do the same thing. Go back to your roots, figure out what is something that you can use as a sort of a jump start to scale. I think I'd say a brilliant parallel between Pulse, the candy, and any startup.
I think first, congratulations to them to make it to the top 24. I'm sure it must have been a very grueling, competitive arena. My suggestion to them is to stay focused, define the problem you're trying to solve.
The top 24 guys, one message: keep hustling, keep hustling, keep hustling.
You eat, breathe, live the idea. Focus entirely, absolutely, and totally on the customer. Things don't come easy. You have to work hard and you have to experiment, you have to try. The single aspect that an entrepreneur needs to look at is his or her customer. Focus on the customer. There is nothing more important than the customer. If you're able to fix the customer's problems, success, by whichever way you define it, will follow.
Amongst the top 3 things I look for in an entrepreneur's passion, they should be solving a problem and somebody should be willing to pay for that. Make sure that you have a very clear description of what the problem is that you're solving, and if you can further substantiate by talking about customer testimonials. So that way the judges feel that you have done your homework and you have something which has market potential.
What I'm really looking forward, the idea, the thought-throughness of that, and the zeal and passion to pursue those ideas. I think if you have an idea which is different, which either solves a problem which nobody else has solved, or solves it differently which nobody else has solved, by all means go do your startup, you will be 100% successful.
And we decided to host an active coaching session to warm you up to the idea.
These are 3 P's. The first P is the product. Is this a product which is innovative?
We're 2 days away from the finals and we decided to host an active coaching session to warm you up to the idea of pitching and to hone your skills in the craft of pitching. To do so, we have a special guest today, Padmaja Ruparel, President of Indian Angel Network, and let me give you a heads up, getting one-on-one time with her is almost next to impossible, so make full use of your time, where Padmaja is going to be talking about what investors look for when they hear an entrepreneur pitch, post which we will be open to taking your questions. Padmaja, over to you.
Thank you. So, you're pitching all the time. You're pitching to your spouse and family to say that I have to run, a customer hai, there's a key, something happening, right? It's going to all fall apart if I don't go. So investors are no different. You have to pitch. You have to build that relationship. You have to get them excited, right? And it's so important to get that first level engagement. It doesn't have to be at a formal session. It doesn't have to be at an event. You could just meet somebody anywhere. You're on a sales pitch throughout while you're raising money, while you're building a startup. And then what is it that anybody who engages with you, be it a customer, be it your team member, be it an investor, and I'm putting investor the last, right? Because that if you don't have the other two, really the investor is not going to come. Let's be very clear.
The session was really good. I had some really very good insights about what the chemistry between the founders should be before we are pitching to the investors.
There are 3 P's to my mind. The first P is the product. Is this a product which is innovative? Is this a product which is going to make a difference? Is this going to work? Is this something that somebody is going to pay for? Because a need to have product will attract everybody. The second, at a startup level, is another P called people. The only tangible thing on the ground at a startup level is the person or the people behind it. So people is like, for me, it's 75% of the pitch. The team has to be very well integrated. And the third to me, which is extremely important, is passion. Is this a passion that is going to drive this venture? Because as a startup entrepreneur, you will face obstacles every single hour. Product, people, and passion, the 3 Ps, is something which I can't overemphasize than what I've tried to do. It's extremely important at an early stage to figure out, is this an investor that I want to work with? The biggest thing that investors look for is not a perfect pitch. The biggest thing that any investor will look for is integrity. Integrity of thought, integrity of the proposition, integrity of people, integrity of also understanding what I know and what I don't know. So when you hear someone saying he's mentorable, doesn't mean that you say yes to everything that the investor says. So I think just keep that in mind. Integrity seems to be is the foundation for anything to happen.
The 2 biggest points that I could pick up from the session was A, to keep the product first, and B, to keep our jury engaged for the first 60 seconds of our encounter.
Ms. Padmaja is really good in mentoring entrepreneurs, and I believe that she gave us really good picture into what we need to focus on while we pitch, and we believe that it was really helpful for us.
We convert your hand into a wand.
Pure Indian breed desi cow needs milk.
I'm not getting the business model.
What's the idea and what's the technology?
If we want it from the end consumer, because
We don't need funding for that.
I'm ensuring the quality supply.
we are looking for money here.
Yeah, that is product.
For us, the challenge is market penetration.
I'm telling you, be very careful about this model. Really think about it.
I think